Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1. Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports. Nothing but pure sports. This is the JP Show.
JP, it is so good to hear you back on the air.
Stand by. Now, here's JP.
All right, welcome into a jam-packed Thursday edition of the JP Peterson Show. Man, it stays like this where I love my job. I love my job because we are going to get into it. It's going to get down and dirty. It's going to be dirty today. Timmy, you ready to get dirty?
Don't you love when you're right about stuff, like way ahead of time? You just gloat and gloat and gloat.
Who gloats more than me?
Nobody.
Nobody.
Jim Rome.
I'm terrible. But I know at least I'm self-aware and I know my faults. Right? Can we at least give me that much? Right? Like I'm going to gloat about the fact that I'm self-aware.
Right.
Yeah, right. We're just having fun with it, guys. We're just having fun. This is fun. But it's going to get dirty. It's going to get so dirty. And Timmy, did I not say after the memo of understanding was done at HC, I said, yeah, I'm getting gloating so much that my camera's falling off.
Already.
Yeah.
Already happening.
Yeah. The ghost of Stu is getting me again. Then I said, this is gonna be the ugly part. This is where the sausage is made. And it's just going to get political and it's going to get ugly. And boy, honestly, I didn't even see it getting this ugly. And I'm going to tell you, the funny thing about it right now with the Glazers jumping in here at the 11th hour is you've got a lot of factions in this town that may or may not like the way the Glazers handled things. Well, most of them don't. In the very beginning when they first got here, that stadium debacle. There's clearly still a lot of lingering feelings about that. And with the Rays folks coming in and them doing their ask, it's just there's a lot of politics. And it they used to say, who was it? Was it Teddy Roosevelt or somebody famously said, politics makes strange bedfellows. Yeah. There are strange alliances that have to form because of politics. And now we're seeing it happen. Like behind the scenes, people that are really, really good friends are now stabbing each other in the back, trying to kill deals. You know why? Because there's big money involved. And when big money gets involved, bro, friendship goes right out the door for a lot of people.
Yeah.
I've never lived in that big money world. Don't want to. But as I see it, and most successful people are cutthroat mofos.
That's how they get their money.
Yeah, I've never felt that way. Never been that way, but which is why I'm not a rich mofo.
We're getting there.
I'm not saying all rich people are that way. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying they're bad people. I'm just saying there's a reason they're rich because they're willing to do things that they're tough people. They're tough people, and then negotiate tough. And a lot of times that's what it takes to get big things done. So again, not casting any aspersions on anyone because you got to break some knees and ankles to get big stuff done. There ain't no doubt about that are for the greater community good. So I totally get that. But I'm just saying it's getting dirty. It is getting dirty.
It could get worse before it gets better.
And I'm here for it. We're here for it. We're going to try to break all of it down today. And I've got so many notes on my sheet and so many things that we got to get to because it's so it's almost overwhelming. And now that the Bucs at the 11th hour have thrown their hat in the ring. I got a shout out to my boy, Devin Garnett, who did a little video this morning on his way to work, excoriating the Glazers for coming in at this late moment, right as the Rays are about to do something transformational for the community and coming to the TSA and, say we need to have a meeting next week. Now, listen, I don't want to besmirch the Glazers at all. That's not what I'm doing here at all. They've done, I think, a fantastic job the past 10 to 15 years since Brian Ford has come aboard of really digging into the community and doing some great things in the community. And I tip my cap to them. They have done things for the fans and become so fan centric that they win that award, that customer service award every year. And where previously they were not good, they've totally turned that around. They do a lot for their season ticket holders. They do a crap ton for this community. I think they've done a fantastic job. People can bitch and moan about certain things, and there's always going to be those people. But I think overall, I think they've done a fantastic job, and I think they've been great stewards of this team. I don't always agree with the direction that they're going. Like right now, we've talked very much about where they're going with Todd Bowles. I do think that there are definitely signs that they are doing stuff on the cheap again, like they did when they bought Manchester United. That's just facts. And I don't know and I'm trying to read the tea leaves on what that is. Maybe it's preparing for a sell. I don't know. It looks like it to me. You're certainly not showing great urgency to win with the decisions that you're making, keeping a 500 coach, shopping at Walmart instead of Neiman Marcus for your free agents. And, that's just that. Those are just facts. And so you have to garner, with all due respect, you don't really listen to what they say. You watch what they do. They have not come forward in any meaningful way to ask for money for the renovation of the stadium when their lease is up at the end of the year. Typically, these are things that start years in advance. Not to say they haven't been working on it. They just haven't done anything public with it until yesterday, until the Rays get right to the finish line. And I could sit here, come on today and say, oh, don't worry about it. Everything's going to be fine. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do this. This throws a wrench into things. There's no question about it. And it was unneeded. I will say that to the Glazers. It was unneeded. I don't know the inner workings of what's going on behind their closed doors. So I'm dealing with a limited set of facts here. But I think if the community good is what we're talking about here, and that's what I'm about, unity in the community, bringing this all together, making it all happen for everybody, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about what's good for the Glazers. I'm not talking about what's good for the Rays. I'm talking about what's good for the Lightning, my employer. One of my employers.
One of your employers.
What I'm talking about is unity in the community. Bringing everybody together for the good of the community and making it all happen. Because right now, Timmy, we sit on the precipice here in Tampa Bay of a choice. We could put our big boy pants on and become a truly world-class city and destination area for Super Bowls and Final Fours and WrestleMania, World Baseball Classic, World Cup, whatever it is you want to talk about. We are on the precipice of putting our names into that city. We have been a second-tier city most of our time. Actually, going back, a third-tier city. There was a time when we had no NFL.
Yeah, it wasn't that long ago.
It wasn't that long ago, 50 years. But Leonard and George Levy, Tom McEwen, and all those people put us on the map with an NFL team. And you could say what you want about sports, folks, but big league sports is a major economic driver in this world. I mean, so much so that the Saudis are willing to put billions of dollars of sports wash money just to get a seat at the table.
Just to get on the map.
Yeah, to get on the map and to be taken seriously. They have used sports to do that. Political parties and movements use sports, tremendously so, to form public opinion. Absolutely. The NBA has been a political tool for quite some time now. And the same about the NFL. They have there are choices that are made to shape public and political opinion. So don't get it twisted. Sports is a big fucking deal. And we sit at the precipice of wanting to be a world-class city, or are we just going to be Orlando? Or maybe we're even going to let Orlando pass us by. Listen, and there's probably a lot of people that have lived here a long time to say, hey, man, I don't want that. The traffic's bad enough. I get it. I totally get that. And there's probably a lot of these pearl clutchers and that feel that way. And I totally understand it. I don't want to demean that, but the problem is you're in the minority now. You're a very vocal minority, and progress is coming. Whether you like it or not, it's coming. It's what form it comes in. If you think you can dial back the clock to some sleepy old days where you could, drive down to the West Tampa shop in 10 minutes and sit around with the boys sipping cafe con leche, having a Cuban sandwich, and nobody's going to those days are kind of over. I mean, obviously you can go do that, and that's a treasure. I'm using this as a metaphor. We're a big league city now. We're big time. The I-4 corridor is, quite frankly, one of the most important political areas in the world. It determines presidential races. And if you haven't noticed, the president of the United States can wield a pretty big hammer when he wants to, as how world affairs go. We are freaking really important. We are. And for me, this choice is obvious. We can't turn back the clock. You either go forward and do it the right way, or it's going to be a disaster. It's going to be a piecemeal blah. And you have a great opportunity right now to do that. And I say we step into it. I say that we step into it. We put our big boy pants on and say, yeah, we can do baseball stadiums and fire trucks, dadgummit. We can.
No way.
Yeah, we can. Just like Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. We can do it, dadgummit. Of course we can. Now, I was looking at some of the numbers in the SITs, and the SITs tax will create over $3 billion in revenue that we just renewed. 3.5, I think it was, billion dollars over the next 15 years. That's a lot of freaking money. And the mixed use project that the Rays are proposing is a transformational, generational, multi-generational, frankly, project that is going to be big to build. Ain't going to be easy. Aspirational. It is going to be a tourist driver without question, given the parameters and the things that we see that are working in this world. These mixed-use stadium anchored projects are kicking ass. Because guess what? People like to get out and go watch big-time sports. It gives them a feel of community. It gives them a feel of something to root for. And by the way, this is part of the human experience that goes back to the feudal times. It was city against city in their jousting, kings against kings, right? We want to have an identity, and we want to win. We want to be better than everybody else. And now it takes a form of our major league sports teams and also our stadiums. What do your stadiums look like? What do you got? Do you have Jerry World? That's just this massive, colossal place to gather for events, in the middle of the country that, just is kind of, they got great parking. It's all that, right? He saw that. And Arthur Blank did, oh, shit, we need one of those too. I got a perfectly good Georgia Dome. F that. I want to own something else that I could bring all these events to. And the community will get around it. Yeah. Absolutely. Minnesota did it. They built a big indoor dome. And then, how New York hasn't done it, I haven't figured that out yet, but that's for them to do.
Their stadium's in New Jersey.
Yeah, that's because they can't do anything.
That's been screwed up since the 70s.
Of bad politics.
Yeah.
So, but this is what this was SoFi Stadium, LA. But who wants to freaking go to California and LA? I'll never forget the stench of the parking lot as I got out of my car to go cover the Super Bowl in LA as in their brand new parking garage. And I went to the elevator that didn't work. So I had to take the stairs, and I opened the door and got engulfed in the horrible smell of human urine and feces. Nobody wants to go to LA for anything. They have to go to LA for the Olympics. That's just the way it is. We are but back to us. We are so much better than that. We are so much better than that. And we're a tourist economy. And if you haven't noticed lately, there's a lot of things that are, there's some good things in the economy and there's a lot of bad things. One of the things you need is jobs. You got to have jobs, and AI is taking a lot of jobs. If you haven't looked up lately, it's taking a lot of jobs. So you need service industry jobs. You need people coming to your area in tourism to fill heads and beds, to build more hotels, to build more short-term rentals that a lot of people can make money off of. We need more economic impact, not less in these times. We need to stand out as an area. We need to build. We don't need to turtle. We need to build. And this Raise project is iconic. It's not perfect. It's asking for a lot of private money, but it could bring back tons of money in return. Could. I don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. Like I said, the aliens are coming in 27. What does it matter anyway? But we have to plan and project based on what's going on now, and what's working are stadiums anchoring big mixed-use projects, so much so that the Bucs want to do one themselves. Everybody wants one. But what makes sense is working together. That's what makes sense, not working against each other. And I hope that's not what the Glazers have in mind coming in here at the 11th hour. That's not necessarily working together. And I don't know what effect it's going to have. Ken Hagan has said, look, we set aside money for the Bucs. And the Rays have said, which you won't hear anywhere else but here, we have a no harm done policy. We're not touching the Lightning's money that they already got. We're not touching the Bucs money. We're going after other monies that are still available. And I think we got to figure it out. Everybody says there's no way we can afford all of them. Yes, we can. Absolutely, we can. How much are the Glazers paying? How much are the Rays paying? How much is the public paying? If we work together, sure, we can get it all done. It's not going to be easy, but with the Glazers are worth, Man United's worth what? $7 billion? The Bucs are worth what? $7 billion? Maybe more. The Rays have tons of big-time money investors rooted in the Tampa Bay area or Tampa Bay adjacent. We have a wonderful opportunity here. These people want to invest in Tampa Bay. Why? Because we're a growing city. We're in Florida. We are a business-friendly, build-friendly state, unlike some of these others. And if you haven't noticed, they haven't gotten a memo yet. They're doing more taxes in New York. They're doing more taxes in California, more taxes in other places. We're saying, under our fantastic governor, come here. We're doing it for less. Now, prices have gone up in Tampa Bay. Don't get me wrong. It's supply and demand, right? In housing, let's build more housing. Price will come down. But people aren't going to stop moving here. I can tell you that. So you better plan for the future. And all of you pearl clutchers that we can't give money away to the billionaires because we need this for us. Well, I had this conversation on social media yesterday. Somebody said, well, we already have $1.5 billion worth of infrastructure stuff that we can't fund. So we can't be giving away this money. I'm like, well, actually, it's your only choice. You said that you can't fund it. The revenues that exist now won't be able to fund it. So you got to come up with an idea to make more revenue. Well, here it is. Privately, they're bringing in $8 to $10 billion. They're going to build 8 million square feet of taxable property that does not exist now, and will create the money you so desire to fix all these things. So you need an investment vehicle that you can put the money into and get 2-3-fold back. Well, guess what? Here it is on a silver platter, and you're able to keep your Major League Baseball team. And oh, by the way, let's find a way to make sure that the Bucs are taken care of. Now, that doesn't mean we have to shell out the money for the whole thing. If it's $1 billion, okay, we can pay half. Ken Hagan said we had $500 million still for the Bucs. If we pay $500, they pay $500. If they want more, they could do more. Same with the Rays. We said the $2.3 billion price tag may not be the $2.3 billion. That probably has a lot of add-ins that we can value engineer, which Ken Hagan said on this show a couple weeks ago, value engineer some things down. So maybe the public portion may end up being about $800 million or less. And then the Rays come up with more money. That's a possibility. Sure it is. But what we have to do is do it thoughtfully and work together. And again, I don't know what the Glazers' plans are with their TSA meeting next week. I don't know. Are they going to come in and say, hey, we need that $1 billion you're giving to the Rays? That needs to come to us. That would suck. I don't think that's what they're going to do. I think that would be very ill thought out. But it could happen. It could happen. Whatever they ask for, could it wreck the Rays deal? It could. Sure. It could. That's why we got to work together. That's why it would have been nice a year ago for the Bucs to start these conversations so that the county would know what they're dealing with. But they never did that. That's frustrating. We all saw this coming since the St. Pete deal blew up. Ken Hagan came on this show and said, we haven't heard from them. We don't know what they want. And we're here for them. We know they're the big dog. We got that. We're not, but we can do. And this whole idea is we can't do all of it. Why not? Why not? Why can't we? We don't have enough money. How do you know that? There's $3.5 billion in this SITS fund. And I'm not saying we pay for everything when we're not. These guys are investing $8 to $10 billion. They're asking for some community partnership, which is absolutely what they should be. Because guess what? They could go anywhere else in America and get more overnight. Because even those people understand this is a great opportunity. We're looking for, please bring me a Major League Baseball team so we can gather people from other places and bring them in and get their money. That's what tourism does. That's what the Florida economy is based on. Come to our beaches and our weather, and so we can steal your money, get your money. Yeah, that's our whole economy is based on that. And there's these pearl clutchers. We got tennis courts. We got tennis carts. Hey, you're putting students in portables. What are you doing?
Hey, I learned in portables in 5th grade, and I turned out okay.
It's not that big a deal.
It's not that big of a deal. It's a room that's got heat and air
Most of their classes are online anyway. Who are we kidding?
Anyway.
Who are we kidding? Right? Why are we even building college campuses anymore? Just put them in a computer box. But listen, that whole part of the project is important. And I think it's very important for the future of Hillsborough County in the Tampa Bay region. We got to educate people. And a lot of that, we can start educating them in the fields that they need to be educated in trades and everything else, and prepare them for working in these huge mixed use places and building them, by the way, as well. This is such a great opportunity to step into being a world-class city. And, the people like Joshua Wostall that are trying to submarine this thing, and other people working behind the scenes trying to tank it, people that I know and love for what I can see are somewhat selfish reasons. Your selfish reasons need to get the hell out of here. And start looking at this from a community standpoint, not where you're going to be able to sell your property for more money. You got to look at this as an incredible opportunity for the community. And all of us need to subjugate our selfish needs for the good of the all. And that's my main message this morning, is as my great mentor once said, we need more unity in the community, the great Chris Thomas. And that's what we need. And we got to bring it all together here. And we got a great opportunity to do it. And yeah, I wish, the paper, I hate to say paper of record, but the main media driver in this market, although nobody reads the TBT anymore, that they do read the headlines because they're all over the place.
It's the only thing you can read without paying.
Yeah, the negativity is off the charts, and it just continues to be. And this idea that we at Joshua Wostall yesterday, we got to do everything. I want every memo and every email and everything that we've talked about in this to go out into the public before it's even done. That's the stupidest effing thing ever. Because this guy, once again, for his selfish political needs, wants to be the guy seen as standing up against the big people, not doing what's best for his constituents and what's best for everybody, because that grandstanding bullshit going on. Luckily, the commission, cooler heads prevail, and said, hey, man, we don't need to do this. Yes, we need public accountability, but we need to do it the right way. You don't go out and expose how the sausage is made, because then nobody would ever eat it. What you do is you negotiate, you get a plan, and once you all agree on the plan and the term sheet, then you bring it to the public. That's the responsible way to do it, Joshua. Not this piecemeal because you want to submarine the deal and put everybody's dirty laundry out there. Get out of here with that. No, what you want to do is what they're going to do. And that's to get a term sheet done that they agree on, then workshop it to the public. Say, okay, here's what we got. What do you think? And then we'll all have a discussion about it. And I'll try to bring on as many people. And if Mr. Wostall wants to come on this program, he's more than welcome. We got 2 seats. Come on down. But let's do it the right way. And let's start putting our own self-interests, which a lot of people are doing now behind the scenes, ahead of the whole. That includes everybody. That includes the Rays. That includes the Bucs. That includes the county commissioners, the TSA, everybody. And I would like it if the media would be a little bit more responsible and stop tanking everything with negativity. That would be nice. So we're going to have the workshop. We're going to get a term sheet soon. We're going to workshop it. The public comment will be open. You can come down to the commission. They're going to be as transparent as they can in the right way, not the way somebody wants to tank it for their own grandstanding moments. We'll do it the right way, and then we'll decide. Now, there's another key piece here. It's the SITS tax. Can it be used to build a stadium? There's going to be an illegal opinion given on this, given the language of the bill that was passed. And it says and in that bill, it says for public facilities. This is a public facility. There was talk when it was done, but it wasn't put on the ballot of it won't go to build stadiums, only to renovate them or to make improvements. Yes, that's what renovations are, dumbass. So, yeah. But that was not what was codified in the bill. It says for public facilities. And I would argue that it is widely known in this area that the SITS money built Raymond James Stadium. And if we're extending a SITS tax that built the stadium, and it's for public facilities, I would assume that the public would assume that you can use it to build stadiums. And we even talked about it when it was passed. I'm saying, yeah, we could use this to build a Rays stadium in Tampa. We talked about that on this show multiple times with Ken Hagan. Yeah. But there are people that want to tank this, that think that they can get a legal opinion and by the way, if this gets tanked because a bunch of lawyers are scared to get sued, get out of here with that too. Yeah. And he says, well, we're going to get sued. Yeah, you're going to get sued. Of course you are. Everybody sues when they don't like something. Doesn't mean they're right. Doesn't mean they're going to win. It means you have to have balls and stand up for what's right. Oh, we're going to get sued. Let's not do anything. Let's just freeze. No. That's not what we should be. That's not who we are. You want to bring a suit? Bring a suit. We got lawyers for that. We think we're right. We think we want to build. We think we want to do something iconic. We think we want to move forward. We think we should be a world-class city. We have a great opportunity right here in front of us. We have a lot of people with a lot of money that want to invest in Tampa Bay. And if we don't say yes, they're going someplace else. Then you can watch it be built in Orlando or Raleigh or Charlotte or Nashville or San Antonio or wherever. Pick a spot. They'll take it. You dumbasses. You're not going to take all this. They want to bring $8 to $10 billion of investment to your city and keep your baseball team, and you're going to say no because you need more fire trucks? And your local paper actually printed that shit? Sorry, I get a little emotional. Those people need a voice. They need a voice. Absolutely, 100%. And you're going to, yeah. But so do the people that want to build. We've had 15 bazillion negative articles, and one we printed from Will Weatherford that I thought was obviously the best one, that spoke of being visionary and building for the future and doing generational things that we can enjoy for generations to come, like being able to take your kid to a World Series game, which I got to do at Tropicana Field, taking your kid to his first spring training baseball game where he almost got killed, but you saved him. That happened to me. Yeah, it's all there for us, but we have to come together as a community, which is something we have not been very good at, quite frankly, over the years.
Nobody is anymore.
Everybody's out for their own self-interest. Boy, you know what would be great? If we could get some money from Pinellas County, because those fans are going to come use the stadium, but that's a pipe dream, obviously. There are actually places in this country where multiple counties get together and solve transportation problems and stadium problems. Really? Wow. Since we all live in the same area, we're all going to enjoy it the same? Oh. No, here it's like, no, you pay for it. No, you pay for it. No, I want it. It's just like children. Like children. We can't all put our big boy pants on and do this the right way? Yeah, you think that people are going to come for the Super Bowl and not stay at Pinellas Beach Hotel? That's where I'd stay. For a Rays game, if I'm coming down from Boston, do I want to stay on West Shore or do I want to stay on Gulf Boulevard? I want to go to the beach. Not everybody will, but I would. They're going to benefit hugely. Of course they are. Hell, when we have the ReliQuest Bowl here and the Outback Bowl for many years, there's a beach day. We go over, they take all the bands out to the beach. We use the whole area, as we should. And it would be nice if, like overnight, if, Pinellas was going to spend in St. Pete $700 million. Look, I get it. They're not going to build a stadium there. This is not my main point. But the point is they're going to benefit. Sure, it'd be nice if they put in a slice. I know that's not going to happen. But my point is we need more unity in the community. And if we were able to do that, tap into that, we could solve our transportation problems and really become a world-class city. But this is the first step, and it's an absolute giant one. One small step for Tampa Bay. For Tampa, JP, one giant step for Tampa Bay.
You've repeatedly used the word partnership with this.
Yes.
Which is entirely accurate. It is a partnership. It's not the residents handing billionaires billions of dollars. That's not how it works. Even though that's what some people claim it is and think it is, it's totally inaccurate. So as examples, when you build a stadium, and you've discussed all of this, you can host events, right, in that stadium that support the public, that support the city. It brings revenue into the city. It's an investment. It's an investment partnership. And there's something that is relatively new around the NFL. Of course, you're still going to continue to get Super Bowls in Tampa. You've already proven that as a host city, it's an amazing destination. It's an amazing product when the Super Bowl is in Tampa. We know that. Yep. So you already have an in with the league. Well, here's another opportunity now that the NFL has that hasn't had in previous years until recently, and that is hosting the NFL draft.
Yeah, that too.
Can you imagine with a stadium complex like what we're looking at, where the Ray Stadium is going to be, or needs to be, wants to be, and where Raymond James is, and that entire area that we're talking about with that sports entertainment complex, right? If that would host an NFL draft, the amazing experience that would be, not just for the city of Tampa, but for tourism, for local businesses. For instance, here is the revenue generated by the NFL draft in recent years in host cities, okay? Yeah, Kansas City in 2023, $164 million. Now, this is strictly what they estimated out-of-state tourism funds. not generated by residents. $164 million of outside money impacted into the city. In Detroit in 2024, $213 million of out-of-state money into the community.
And by the way, let's remember this, and I can hear some detractors out there going, well, that's just more money for the Rays and the Glazers. Or what? No, that's going into the waitress's pocket.
That's business.
That's going into the local businesses' pockets, and the busboy and the cook and the hotel maid and the hotel owner and and everybody who works here. We need those jobs. Hell, service jobs are the only thing that'd be freaking left. And we got robots delivering food now as it is. So let's think bigger. It is a great point, Timmy. And again,
that's just one opportunity out of several that you would have in the city with a complex like that. But somebody's got to build and pay for the complex, and the billionaire's not going to pay for it on his own. Otherwise, you know what? He's keeping all the revenue.
Right.
He's not getting anything.
You've got to do a partnership. Yeah, it's a private-public partnership, and they can work. You know, listen, have there been bad stadium deals? Oh, hell yeah. Hell, everybody said Raymond James was a bad stadium deal, but how did that turn out? Sure, it made the Glazers a lot of money. I get that, but it made us a lot of money. It made us kept us as a big league NFL city. Can you imagine if we would have lost our NFL team? Can you imagine? And we almost did.
The Orlando
close
Buccaneers.
Vote. Yeah, very close vote. And you'd be driving over there for your NFL games on I-4. Good God.
Think they'd have mouse ears on the helmets?
They might. So, yeah, man, it's like this is where the world is going. And we have a golden opportunity to capture it here. Yeah, would we have a Super Bowl every 5 to 7 years? Yes, we would. National championship game is coming now. They want to be here. Like these big events want to come to the sunshine. They want to come to this beautiful area of palm trees and water everywhere. The river walk. Yeah, all of it. And that puts, do you want a better standard of living? Do you want to be able to fix the roads and all these things? Well, then we got to do this because we're strangling ourselves the way it is now. We got to get economic engine drivers to produce more tax money and get more money from the outside. That's tourist money. That's rental car tax, by the way, Governor. Let's get on it. I mean, what are we doing here? That's a great way to soak the tourists.
Yeah.
Why are we not doing that? We got to. I understand you don't want to tax I get it. But there are some taxes that are good, especially for Floridians. We do this all the time. There's tons of sales taxes, toll roads, gas taxes where we tax the tourist taxes, hotel taxes. Yeah. I don't think we've reached the point where people aren't coming here because the rental car tax is too high or the hotel tax is too high. They have those everywhere. We need to do it. If it means building these facilities, hell yeah. Because I ain't going to pay for it. You ain't going to pay for it. I ain't going to renting a car from the airport. Are you? Nope. So let's get that done. But again, we just all come together. We all come together. We can get this done. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Brian Bradley has been patiently standing by, waiting for his link. So I sent it to him. So we're going to talk some Lightning. We got a big game here tonight as the Pittsburgh Penguins. Sid the Kid is in town. Malkin is back. They're all healthy, I think. I don't know. Let's check with the great Brian Bradley. Yeah. We'll see what's going on in Pittsburgh. They're obviously a playoff team, so a playoff matchup tonight. And we'll get to all of your comments. I love all your comments that are in there. As soon as we talk some Lightning, we're going to get to the Rays as well on the field. What a disaster that was. But this is important stuff that we got to talk about. Thanks to all of our great sponsors down below, all our great local companies like Pitch Roofing. By the way, as a JP Peterson Show fan, you will get a special discount on your roof. How about that? All you got to do is go to pitchroofing.com, get a free estimate. They'll come on out, educate you about how this whole deal works so you know when these other guys come around, these grifters trying to steal your money, that you won't fall into that trap. You need somebody who's bonded, who's insured, who knows what the hell they're doing and is going to stand behind their warranty. That's the great folks at pitchroofing.com. Back in 3. Here for Pitch Roofing, one of our new sponsors and the most reliable and honest roofers in the business. They love the Lightning, and Bolts fans be entered to win a pair of premium Mark Club seats with every free roofing estimate from Pitch Roofing. Seats include food and beverages, early access, premium entry, and a backstage tour of Lightning Vision with yours truly. Always get 2 to 3 estimates when replacing your roof, and be sure to include Pitch as one of those roofing companies. With a free estimate from Pitch, they're not trying to hard sell you. They educate you on your roof and the process. Even if you do not choose Pitch Roofing as your roofer, they want to leave you feeling informed, knowing the different materials and manufacturers, and understanding the process and warranties. Very, very important. Pitch is an Owens Corning preferred contract, Better Business Bureau accredited, and My Safe Florida Home approved. That's very important as well. Pitch prides themselves on full transparency and customer first level of service. They also offer financing options, including 0% plans, ensuring a stress-free experience. Call my friends at Pitch Roofing, 727-67-PITCH. That's 727-677-4824, or go to pitchroofing.com.
Pitch Roofing, roofing done right.
As the Rays enjoy being back in their Tropicana Field home this season that was ravaged by Hurricane Milton, Italiano Insurance wants to remind us all how important it is to be properly insured. 40% of you are underinsured. That can mean financial disaster. Let the experienced and friendly agents at Italiano shop your policies for the best price and the right coverage. Italiano saved me over $1,000 on our auto insurance last year, over $500 on our homeowners insurance. They can do the same for you. That's a grand slam. Might as well get a double play by adding flood insurance and business insurance to your portfolio. Cost less than you think, and trust me, you do not want to risk your home or personal wealth. That's a whiff. So step up to the plate and call 813-877-7799 and chat with our all-star agents at Italiano Insurance, or call our Boca Grande office at 941-964-0400. JP here for Riveters, the official sports bar and grill of the JP Peterson Show. We're located just south of Ray J and Steinbrenner Field, so it's a great pre- and post-game spot, and the happy hour is amazing. Monday through Friday, 3 to 7. Check out these specials. $3 Bud Light drafts, $4 domestic bottles, $5 wells, $6 premium wells, $6 cocktails like margaritas. That's unheard of. And the Riveters food is freshly made daily. No freezers. Happy hour food specials include $3.50 tacos and barbecue sliders. $6 you get edamame or chips with the beer cheese, which is amazing. $8 buffalo chicken dip, my favorite. The truffle fries, chili cheese fries, also $8 at happy hour, as well as other specials throughout the week, including Taco Tuesdays, you get $3 tacos, and Wing Wednesdays, 7 o'clock to 1 a.m. in the morning, you get our amazing wings, 5 for $5, and $5 wells and wines. That's a good Wednesday night. So if you're tired of the preppy, overpriced, generic sports bars, come see the amazing, friendly bartenders and staff at Riveters, where customer service really matters. Riveters, just south of where the Rays and Bucs play. We'll see you there. Hey, the Golden Diamond Source wants to be your family jeweler, so don't wait any longer to find that one-of-a-kind perfect engagement ring for that special someone in your life. At the Golden Diamond Source, they can design anything you want personally. The Golden Diamond Source can help you trade in your old broken jewelry and use it towards a new purchase as well. And with gold prices at record high, now is the best time to do it. They only sell natural diamonds at the Golden Diamond Source, so if it's a real love, it should be a real natural diamond. Don't start your relationship with a fake diamond. Bad idea. And with the Golden Diamond Source first-time buyer program, you can learn all about the 4 C's in all the different shapes and styles. And they are able to show you a huge selection of inventory to choose from. And don't forget, 0% financing for up to 5 years. If you finance $5,000, it's only $83 a month. Make sure it's a Golden Diamond Source diamond, 3800 Almerton Road, always online at goldendiamond.com.
It's a love you give only at Golden Diamond Source.
Hey, lots going on at Genesis of Tampa, selling amazing vehicles and doing great things in the community. And March is Gray Bull Rescue Military Appreciation Month. A portion of all vehicle purchases go towards a donation to Gray Bull Rescue, who recently saved dozens of Americans from the cartel violence in Mexico. A great organization. St. Patrick's Day is coming up. Wear green, buy green, save green. Wear green to Genesis of Tampa on St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, for $500 off any vehicle in stock. Buy anything green, that's green in color, the cars, SUVs, you get $1,000 off. Also, buy a vehicle between March 14th and 17th, and you'll be entered to win a trip to Ireland on us. How about that? Of course, Genesis vehicles are the best in class for value, technology, luxury. And there's a National Genesis Signature event going on currently to get 1.9% financing. Limitations apply. Whether it's the G70, G80, 90 sedans, or the incredible SUV lineup, take a test drive and see what everyone is talking about. It's special. Genesis of Tampa, 801 East Bears Avenue. Tell them JP sent you.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show, brought to you by Genesis of Tampa. We got great stuff going on this April at Genesis of Tampa, but the main thing you got to know is it's not just about all the contests that they have and the giveaways that they have and all the fun things they do. What they mainly do is sell fantastic cars at a great price and a great deal, and that's what I got just a couple weeks ago. Got a GV70, a 2023. That looks and feels absolutely brand new without a brand new price. Got a great deal on it. Got the extended warranty. So till 100,000 miles, I don't have to worry about squat. In fact, if something goes wrong with my car, I just call them. They come and pick it up, bring me a loaner car. And then when it's done, they bring it back. And if I need to just zip on in for some VIP service, they'll do a little pit stop, top everything off, check off everything, and make sure it's all done. Then you're out of there. Great service, great company that really cares about the community. Mike Murphy, the Murphy Auto Group. That's why we do business with them. That's why they support this show. And we keep it all in the family. So look for a local dealership that really, they're honest folks, and they will have your best interest in mind. It's Genesis of Tampa, right there, 801 East Bears Avenue, right off of 275. All right, I talked too long, and Brian Bradley has sadly left. Gone downstairs to the room now. So
Brian has left the building.
Yeah, my bad.
That's the third show in a row we have been unable to connect with Brian.
Yeah. His last one was not his fault. It's just no. But this one was clearly my fault.
It's never his fault. He's working.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So we will we could still talk lightning though.
Yeah.
We could still talk lightning. So and we will
still call him Sid the Kid. He's like almost 40. Can we just stop that now?
No. Once you're the kid, you're the kid.
That might be the worst nickname in the history of sports.
After the 70th robbery, did it become Billy the Old? No, it's always been Billy the Kid. So that's how
he died at like 21. He was a kid when he died.
As I was going through that, I was like, didn't he get shot in like 20? Didn't he die? He never got to be an old man.
No. Although some say he did.
What a time to be alive, huh?
We had a guy down here in a little town in just not far from the Metroplex here in a town called Hico, H-I-C-O, where back in the 50s, some old man claimed to be Billy the Kid, and they could not prove he was not.
Oh,
like that.
So even back then, they had the Jeffrey Epstein thing going on. Like, he's not dead. He's not dead. He's alive and well.
And I saw something on some History Channel thing I was watching last night. I went down a wormhole about some dude in 1921 in somewhere in Texas that claimed to be John Wilkes Booth when he died. And they couldn't.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
Not.
Yeah. And as I recall, there was some very convincing evidence to it as well. Yeah. Very convincing evidence.
Like, I believe that one maybe more than I believe the Billy the Kid thing, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, and wasn't there enough? There've been a lot of them. A lot of them where
like he had matching
JFK
scars
Jr.
and stuff, and
JFK Jr. There's a lot of good conspiracy stuff about him. Yeah,
the real JFK Jr. was in that show they just showed about. We playing the pilot.
They said they couldn't find real men, so they just actually went and got him out of hiding. Yeah, I think he might look a little bit older, but maybe not.
That show was a travesty, by the way. It was just not good.
Oh, Ashley will take you to. Oh.
I mean, look, entertainment-wise, yes, it was very entertaining. None of it was factual. None of that was based on any factual.
How do you know? You weren't there. Happened. You're reading historical accounts, and as we know.
I know enough. I'm close enough to the situation where I know things.
All right. If you say
None of
so.
that was historical.
If you say so.
It was entertaining, yes.
So let's, before we get to comments, I want to hit some other things here real quick. Or should we just stay on topic and do the
We can do comments for a minute.
okay, let's do that. All right, I guess I can start just about anywhere, but we'll go back to the top. First of all, good morning, Danny boy. Appreciate it. Don't like the move at the 11th hour for the Bucs to pull this. I'm hoping it doesn't sink the Rays deal. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you on that. Good morning to Nathan Elliott and all the folks out there. Danny boy said, and Brody just put another video talking about the move by the Bucs possibly sinking the Rays deal. I'm getting a little ticked off at Brody. I gotta be honest with you. Yesterday's video was clash between the teams when actually the teams, as far as the Lightning and the Yankees go, are with the Rays on this. We don't know. And I don't know that the Bucs are not. We don't know.
Why don't you offer to go back on his show and clear some of this crap up?
I do. Hey, listen, he does what he does, and he's got 100,000 subscribers. He gets a lot of views, and he just stirs the pot with information that's already out there, and he's just trying to find, nuggets of stuff that stirs the pot. I mean, people don't watch shows where you come on and go, everything's good, it's wonderful, thanks for watching. No, you got to stir the pot. I understand what he's doing.
Maybe that's our problem.
Yeah, well, I have to do that. Or just, to me, it's enough drama. You don't need to cook it up, man.
You don't need
There's
to make
enough
stuff up.
going
It's
on.
actually there, yeah.
No, it's important stuff. These stories that we're talking about, and do I have stadium fatigue? Fuck yeah, I do. Absolutely. But it's just the most important thing that we've done and the most important, the biggest expense in the history of Tampa Bay. I mean, it's political, it's financial, it's sports, it's everything. I mean, it's everything wrapped up into one. Of course, we're going to talk about it. And by the way, we've had some pretty good insight along the way. So there's that. All right, let's get into we're going to talk about the Rays here in just a second. The Glazers are such clowns, according to Aviation. I'm fully out on them, even if they won a Super Bowl this upcoming season. That's a little harsh, but I get it. Alejandro is saying something nice about me. That'll always get you on. JP, you're rich in kindness, and you, sir, are a genuine person, and God bless you, brother. That'll always get you on. I thought you were going to make a point there, but appreciate that. Aviation says, I don't know, Bucs graded 29 out of 32 with the player report cards. I know some people think those things are taken with a grain of salt, but me personally, I think that should be glaring. I don't know. I just think that's kind of places for players to grind an axe. And once again, millionaires complaining about not getting free childcare and their 5-star accommodations aren't good enough. I really, yeah. Do some organizations maybe do it better? Sure. But I'm sorry, your private limo to the airport and your your chartered plane and your 5-star hotel and your child is not good enough.
It's hard to feel sorry for those people.
I mean, I just don't have time for it. I'm sorry. But I understand what you're saying. It's like Glazers could do better. Yeah, they could, I guess. But I think they're doing good enough. I mean, for God's sakes.
Right.
Joseph Abreu asked, don't the Bucs need to get their deal finalized by January of 27? Doesn't seem unrealistic for timing to bring up now, but quite ironic this happens weeks before the Rays are closing in. Well, they just have to extend the lease by the 27th. They don't necessarily need a plan moving forward. So I don't think there's no real deadline for them, which just makes this weird. They just can extend the lease for another 5 years, and it doubles their rent from, I think, $3.5 million to $7 million, which is peanuts. Which they actually never actually pay the rent because they get money back from all the other events. So it's actually a money maker. They end up not paying. It's charged as a debit, but all the money that comes back from concerts and everything else that they don't have to do anything for comes back to them. So I don't think they ever actually have to write a check for rent. Yeah, complaints about whatever. Your locker room smells bad. I'm in there all the time. It doesn't smell bad. Come on. The facility's fantastic. Is it as good as the 49ers? I don't know. Maybe not. At least we don't have a substation next door to make your soft tissue disappear.
Have you seen the latest on that?
No.
After John Lynch came out and told the media, I guess at the owners' meetings, that look, this whole substation thing, it's ridiculous. Y'all need to get off that. 2 days later, the 49ers organization hired an independent team of scientists to investigate the claim.
I thought they already did that.
Apparently they're doing it again because this was new. They're like, well, we probably need to look into this a little more.
I thought they already did that. Whatever. Again.
Yeah.
Mike Evans chose that over here.
Wow.
Speaks
Yikes.
volumes.
It's not gonna be good for his hammy.
Yeah. I mean, you want to bring up something, the player report card don't mean shit to me. Mike Evans leaving, that tells me everything I need to know about where the organization is. That's more damning than anything. You want to bring that up, we'll talk. Nathan Elliott says, damn, JP with the beautiful bitch slap. Smooth gratitude for the Glazers, just enough to lower the guard and bring a smile, then a harsh bitch slap insult on how the Glazers are handling business. Boom. No, that's not what I did. Kind of what I did, but not
Kind of what you did.
not, okay. Well, what I'm trying to say about the Glazers is we don't know what their ask is. We don't know. Hell, they may go to the TSA and say, hey, we're all in on the race thing. In fact, we're going to piggyback off of what they're doing over here on lot 14, which we talked about a long time ago, which is the space between the Bucs training facility and the stadium. We're going to do a mixed use there. And it's going to, now, is that going to compete with what the other guys are doing? I guess it does compete, but I think the feeling is there's more than enough to go around. And especially if you bring in all these big events, then you're going to get revenue streams from them. It may be a simple, hey, we got to catch up. Listen, we thought that from the very beginning when they saw HCC. It's like, and how long was I talking about this, Timmy? Let's put the baseball stadium next to the football stadium and have a sliding roof that goes over both of them. And then we fix two problems with one check. We cover two stadiums. Well, you can't do that. Well, I don't know.
Why not?
If you can have a sliding roof on one stadium, can't you just build a bigger slider?
Look, if we can send 4 astronauts to the moon in 2026, we can make a sliding roof. Okay.
Come on now. How about that? That was pretty spectacular.
That was pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, I know a lot of people got great views of it here. And I think how about this? 400,000 people went to the coast to watch that. Along, again, economic impact. Hey, maybe we should build a spaceport.
Put right next to Ray J.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, we can. With that, bring more economic driver right by the airport. Hey, we're setting up a rocket. Hold that Southwest 497. Yeah, I think that works.
Hold short on 497.
Alejandro says, of the current and past owners of our Tampa Bay owners, here's how I would rank them. Vinnick 1, Glazers 2, Zalupski and Babby 3, 4, Stu Sternberg 5, Culverhouse. Now, we've had a lot of others in there, some colorful folks at the Lightning that you did not mention, but I think, as much as we love what the new Rays are doing and bringing, if we're being objective, the jury is still very much out. Let's wait a few years before we so far so good. They've done amazing things, but Bucs Basement says, sure you can doesn't mean the Glazers want to. Sure you can doesn't mean the Glazers want to. In terms of helping out the situation. Yeah, I get it. I think they do. I don't think they want to tank the Rays deal. I don't think. If they were gonna, I mean, is it competition? Sure. They compete for the same sponsors, right? They can
talk about all that before. The good far outweighs the bad in all of that situation.
Yeah, I agree. And they're separate seasons, but are there going to be people that decide, hey, are we going to buy Rays season tickets or Bucs season tickets? I think what people do is say, we'll buy some Rays and some Bucs. Again, we keep building. People are coming. All right. They're coming. We need to build. We have to build. They're coming. So let's do it right. And let's do it big. Like Jameis used to say, you strong, I strong, we strong then. We do it big. Let's go. You love to quote Jameis in these hard times. Alejandro says Jerry's World is in Arlington and a nice stadium, but should be in Dallas proper. Tim, your thoughts?
So do you want to know why it's not, Alejandro? Politics. The same reason we don't have a baseball stadium in downtown. In the early 90s, before the Rangers built the ballpark in Arlington, they wanted desperately to build a downtown ballpark. You know who didn't want it? The city of Dallas. You know who did? The city of Arlington. And guess who got it? And now look, all these years later, that park opened in 1994. Arlington is now, they now have the Cowboys, who also wanted to move to Dallas. They wanted to replace the Cotton Bowl in Fair Park. There's already an infrastructure there. You know who said no? Dallas didn't want to put any money towards it or enough money towards it. Guess who did? Arlington. Guess who got the stadium? Arlington. Guess who benefits from it? Arlington and the people in Arlington. It all goes down to politics. Dallas said no. Arlington said, hey, we're right here. Come on down, boys. We got
between the two big cities.
Yep.
Here we are.
That's why.
The Kings are great, says yes, and we need to quit being so build friendly. The beauty of a state is being lost. There are more important things than the dollar. I do realize DeSantis wholeheartedly disagrees. All right, Kings are great. Entertain this. I agree with you. We have to build smart, and at some point, we probably need to stop building. But I don't think we're there yet.
Not yet. Yeah, certainly not yet.
And by the way, this is an urban core part. You know, we're not taking over, you know, a national seashore here. Okay, this is shit. This is shit. Drew Park. All right, this is a blighted Hillsborough College. Okay, let's understand that. I get you though. We got to do it in a responsible way. You know, we have some beautiful parks and park areas and on our beaches and stuff that need to be 100% preserved. But in this particular situation, no. Now you want to put some, you know, some guardrails on subdivisions and build outs. Yeah, I get that. We just have to be balanced. I don't think what this does in terms of that, I think it gives us more tax base from an urban core area, right, to help preserve our parks and other places within the county. That money that goes back into the general fund can help fund some more parks and and keep the ones we have nice. So I think there's some balance there. But I 100% believe in what you're saying. There's a limit. There's absolutely a limit. But I think this particular deal is a good one. And thank you for that. And this is what I love. That was a very respectful dissent to what we were saying. And we had a nice little moment there that we can all agree that there's validity to that viewpoint. I absolutely 100% agree with that. And we have to do it smart. And I think this is a smart deal. I really do. I don't like name calling, Thomas, so we're not going to do that.
Keep that in the chat.
Keep that in the chat if you want to go see it. Alejandro, what about Bill Davidson and Lightning? He was the owner when they won the first cup. That's right. So we'll do an owners show, rank the owners at another time.
Rank the owners. I love it. We got to do that.
Rank owners. You know who's going to be last for me. That Stu Sternberg, Hugh Culverhouse match is going to be.
Wow. That'll be the finals, right? Worst owners.
That will be a steel cage throwdown.
No, to me, it's not close. It's Culverhouse. It's Culverhouse.
Yeah, the racist quality kind of puts him over the top. It really does. I mean, both are cheap, but yeah.
And you might have thrown away a couple of Super Bowls over what, $200,000?
Yeah. That's tough to beat. Brandon G 513. Let's go, Brandon. Sadly, JP, I think the Bucs let the Rays give them the new floor of what they can ask for. Won't be shocked if we find out next week that they want $1 billion of public money now. Well, so there's a quote. I have to hit here. Speaking of getting dirty. So listen to this. This was from yesterday. Talking about, this is from Mr. Clendenin, who's on the Tampa City Council and chairs the TSA. said about the Bucs. Let me see if I can find this. It would be. Oh, sorry, no, that's not. Hagan supported the most. No, that's not it. Where the hell is it?
I mean, I love money, obviously, like everybody else.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. Where the heck is this? I'm so sorry.
You want to summarize what you're looking for?
No. It's in a different one. Give a fill for me for just like another 10 seconds while I find this.
Look, Buccaneers. No, I'm glad you found it. I had nothing.
Every time I hit a story on the TBT website that I pay for, damn it, this support local journalism comes up to donate. And I just have to vomit in my mouth.
That's kind of ironic.
By the way, I love some of the people that work over there. They do a great job. But the way they do it, these things, not the people, but some of the way they handle their, you know what I'm talking about. Yep. So City Council Chairperson and Sports Authority Board Member Alan Clendenin, who was involved in the closed-door negotiations for the Rays, this is from the Times, by the way, Stadium, called comparisons between the two stadium negotiations, the Bucs and the Rays, apples and oranges. Quote, we're talking about a baseball stadium and substantially more activation and enormous footprint of other economic development opportunities that didn't exist, Clendenin said. And we actually have a team established in the Tampa Bay area, not one that's threatening to leave. The Buck. Clendenin said the Sports Authority sits in the captain's seat and should maintain Ray J to keep it competitive. But, he said, the agency is not in the same position as it was when it first negotiated with the Glazers and the Bucs back in the 90s. Quote, you don't have to bend over and take it like the first deal, he said to Laughs on Tuesday. I'll repeat. You also don't have to bend over and take it like the first deal. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Clendenin. So, some historical perspective here. The first deal was an incredible sweetheart deal for the Glazers. And the community ended up paying for the whole thing. There were promises that the Glazers would pay half. And if they do cash out for $6 to $7 billion, might be nice to throw us a bone at the end for half the stadium, which would be like tip money at this point, honestly. But that being said, okay, it turned out to be the greatest investment the city and county have ever made. And that's not even debatable, quite frankly. So, but yeah, but the Glazers threatened to leave and go to Orlando. They played hardball. And they want and we had to bend over and give them everything they wanted to keep our NFL team. Now the funny thing is, it worked out. You know, it worked out. It turned out to be a great deal for us. Even so, take that metaphor wherever you want to take it. I'm not going there, but you know what I'm saying.
You already did.
So I did without doing it, right?
Without doing it, yeah.
I know some of you are laughing your ass off. So, yeah. So we took it and we made the best of it. And so now we're at the table again. So what Clendenin is basically saying is the Bucs aren't going anywhere. And we already have a stadium. We're not building a new stadium, right? They're not going anywhere. Now, could they move? They could. They could go to Camping World. They could go to build a whole new stadium in Orlando.
But it's getting renovated, right?
Yeah. Todd, that's a lot of lipstick on a pig. But come on, are we really doing that? Are they real? Does the NFL really want them to move out of this market, the soon to be 10th largest market, and growing? The NFL. You think the NFL wants that? No, they don't want that. They want something, and listen, it's a renovation. I think Jacksonville's is 1.6. They're splitting that 50-50 with Shad Khan. If this is going to be $1 billion, I think the Hagan has said they've already earmarked, I think, $500 million for the Bucs. So this may be a nothing burger. They may go in there and say, yeah, we're looking for $1 billion to put a roof on this thing, or put a shade on it. because they have to do some type of climate control, and they have to build out the stadium to make it bigger, which is very doable. Very doable. We have the technology. We can do this. So is that what they're looking for? Fine. Once again, this everybody throws this notion that we don't have enough money to do this. You can't do everything. Yeah, we do. Who says we don't? Who says we're not paying for the whole thing? The public is not paying for everything. It's a community effort. The private folks put in. You got the Bucs and the Glazers, who are worth tens of billions, or at least over $10 billion. You got the Rays group, who's just flush with cash, lots of big money in that group, and you've got Hillsborough County sits worth $3.5 billion. There's a lot of money there because we're a big freaking market, and more coming. So we have to allocate smartly and take that money. If you're a steward of this cash, instead of handing it out to fraudsters, how about we put it into something we can actually see and is going to bring money back to us in terms of creating more taxable real estate, which is what this deal does. Once again, the Rays deal, they put in $8 to $10 billion. They build 8 million square feet of taxable property that does not exist now and would never exist if not for this stadium and the baseball team being there. So that is your hub. So now you have much more taxable space. Plus you have CRA, you have TIF taxes. That's all user fees of money that comes out when people spend money there to pay for the stadium. Exactly the battery model, which has worked so incredibly well. It's the Texas Live model. It's the one that everybody's using. They're using it down in Miami that works so well. It's a proven model. It's great. It's a win-win for everybody. So again, all the detractors that always say we shouldn't give them the money because we need that money. Well, we give them we invest the money with them as a partnership, and we get 4 or 5-fold back. Pretty simple stuff. And really kind of a no-brainer, which is why there's many other cities lining up to do this. All right. Where was I? Here's one from Brandon. Says, as long as the Bucs, Yankees, and Lightning get what they want, then hell yeah, they support the Rays project and we'll work together. Yeah. Yeah. And that's part of the Yankees, everybody made a big deal of the caveat that the Yankees put in their letter and ignored all the wonderful language on top of that about how smart they think this whole project is and how wonderful it would be for Tampa Bay. Everybody just ignored that, including you, Brody Brazil. And then you zero in on the, hey, but as long as we get what we've been promised. Well, yeah. And that's what the Rays have said all along. We're not touching any of the money that's already been promised you. We're not doing that. So, again, people don't understand how big the pie is. The pie is really big. The Sits pie is $3.5 billion, as from what I saw yesterday. That's the total number. And that's
massive.
And that's 15 years.
Yeah.
If we extend that for the life of the stadium to 30, well, even my FSU math can tell you that's $7 billion. If things continue, actually, it will be more because of more people coming, more taxes. All right, where are we here? All right, let's take another break. We'll take another break. We'll come back on the other side. I want to get to the Rays on the field. That was a freaking disaster yesterday. You see that, Timmy?
I did. Well, I saw the highlight or the low lights.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what are we doing with Junior Caminero? Come on now. Killing this kid. Killing him. All right. Quick break. We're brought to you by the great folks at the Gold and Diamond Source. April is Diamond Month. How about that? It's right in the name. April is Diamond Month. It's the birthstone. So all during April, you get up to 20% off all your diamonds at the Gold and Diamond Source. So if you're searching for that ring, first of all, they only sell natural diamonds there. So you're looking for something fake, don't go there. Go to some other fake place. Not the Gold and Diamond Source. They're real. So we keep it real. And they have great prices, great selection. So do that over there. They have a great men's section as well. And don't forget, gold is in an all-time high. So if you have any broken jewelry or just stuff you don't wear anymore, your wife doesn't wear anymore, take it in. They give you a top dollar and you can buy something shiny right there and take some cash home. That's a great deal, right? Goldanddiamond.com is where you can find them online. And you can find them actually at their physical residence, 3800 Omerton Road, about 20 minutes from downtown Tampa. Back in 3. Well, the folks at Third Generation Plumbing and AC want to say thanks for making them so dadgum busy. Of course, advertising on your favorite Tampa Bay sports talk show helps, but it's their incredible customer service, honesty, and integrity that have earned them tons of 5-star reviews. And now you could be part of the team at Third Generation. Yes, they are so slammed, they need to hire more certified AC technicians and plumbers. It's a great family business to work for. My buddy John Rodriguez runs an old school family business since 1995. They pay well, give you all the holidays off, and they offer great benefits. No cold corporate atmosphere here. You're part of the family. If this sounds cool to you, call them and apply at 813-961-8024, or you can email your resume in at thirdgenerationplumbing.com. Just go to the website, you'll see the button, email them, or call them at 813-961-8024. And don't forget about the $169 yearly maintenance special. It's a no-brainer, guys. thirdgenerationplumbing.com, and they also do AC.
Ciao, Paolo Tini here, owner of Caffè Paradiso, voted number 3 People's Choice Award on Open Table. I want to thank all our loyal family of customers that have been enjoying our great traditional Italian dishes we make from scratch every day. It's a great family story we're proud of. Our family moved from Rimini, Italy in 1984. My dad, Caesar, started Donatello, and that's where I got the start in the restaurant business. I started Caffè Paradiso on South McDill in 1995, and we've been there ever since. From our traditional ossobuco, a veal slow roast for 4 hours, to our daily fresh catch, the Gruppo Paradiso, with a piccata sauce and lobster claw meat, homemade pasta like lasagna, farfalle salchicha, which is a bow tie pasta homemade with fresh sausage. Hold on a minute, JP's favorite.
I love it.
So come and have a glass of wine with me on South McDill. Get a reservation on Open Table and see all our 5-star reviews. Ciao, see you soon at Paradiso.
Welcome to Kingmakers, home of the JP Peterson Show studio and Tampa's premier business networking and social club for members only. By day, it's an exclusive, vibrant co-working space with a stylish conference room, focus rooms, a full production studio, and an in-house marketing team. And by night, Kingmakers transforms into a sports-centric social hub with a full sports bar, golf simulator, and exclusive events. For young entrepreneurs and seasoned professionals, it's the perfect place to work hard, play hard, and make big moves in Midtown Tampa. Close the deal, celebrate the win. Only at Kingmakers. Become a member today at kingmakerstampa.com. Your business, your club.
Sports fans, it's time to gear up. Head to fanstreamsports.com and check out our brand new merchandise store. We're talking bold t-shirts, 3/4 zips, hoodies, hats, mugs, and more. Everything you need to rep your favorite shows and your favorite crew. Whether you're rolling with the JP Peterson Show in Tampa Bay, From the Rough in Dallas, the Tim May Show featuring Clay Hall, or the Jeff Thidoff Show in Ohio, or any of our FanStream Sports original programming, we've got the perfect look for game day and every day. So don't wait. fanstreamsports.com. Click merch and grab your gear now. Wear the stream, live the stream, fanstreamsports.com.
Hey, JP here for my concierge medical professional, Chris Lugo, PA. You've heard him on the show for a couple of years where he shares invaluable medical, nutritional, and supplement advice. With Chris, it's like having a medical provider as your best friend. What I love about this concierge service is the convenience and support he offers. I can text or call him 24/7 with any questions or concerns, and he'll promptly call in a prescription if needed. No office visits or copays required. It gives me peace of mind knowing I have someone genuinely invested in my health, not just focused on insurance profits. And the best part, the Bay Area Modern Medical Center's personal concierge service is more affordable than you might think. Don't let insurance companies dictate your health care. Take control of your health and wellness today. Visit BAMMC.com for more information and to schedule your initial free consultation. Empower yourself and take charge of your personal health with BAMMC.com.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show, brought to you by Italiano Insurance. The Rays are moving back into the Trop next week. They had their hurricane-damaged home finally fixed up, but somebody at the city of St. Pete didn't have the Trop fully covered. Don't make that mistake. Otherwise,
you're fired.
You're fired. You'll be looking for FEMA money. begging for money. You don't want to do that. Call the folks at Italiano Insurance. They will look at your situation and make sure you are fully insured, because when the hurricane comes, and they will come, and you get damaged, you will be with a company that will pay you. They don't work with fly-by-night companies. So much they can do for you to make sure all the pieces of your life are covered and safe. So give them a call. Customer service is their calling card. They have actual humans that answer the phone and will serve you and do a great job. And I love that about them. You know, it's not some 1-800 voicemail hell thing that you get caught up into. They actually answer the phone. So call them, 813-877-7799. The old-fashioned way. Talk to a human. Get her done. It's not bad, by the way. I know a lot of you just don't like to talk to humans. Timmy's that way. Ashley's that way.
Can't stand it.
She will avoid human confrontation at every turn.
I have friends that complain all the time that I don't answer my phone. I'm like, why are you calling me? Well, because I wanted to check on, then just text me. Just text me, don't call me.
I'm trying to make it a like part of my daily routine that I call friends and instead of text them. And then they'll be mad if I. What the hell are you talking? Why are you calling me? I know it's bad. It's bad. I won't give up.
If it works, people. I usually answer it because it's usually about work.
Yeah. All right, back to let's do the Rays first. All right, so yesterday they're in a 2-2 ball game. Rasmussen, by the way, was a bulldog. He was really good, and I'm really excited about him this year. That's 2 great starts from him. But the defense is atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. They lead the league in errors. I think they've had, 9 errors in 7 games. Caminero had 3 yesterday himself. But I'm not going to blame him because the Rays have hung him out to dry. And I'm not, and we talked about this in the offseason. You got to go get a big right-handed hitter to hit behind him or left-hander or whatever. Get a big bopper to protect him, or he'll not see any good pitches to hit. He won't be able to be a force that he can be, and he'll start chasing. Struck out a couple of times yesterday. 0 for 4, 3 errors. And then in the clown 6th inning, we pinch run for Aranda. So then we need somebody to play first base. I guess Yandy wasn't available as the DH. So then they move Caminero over to first base. And the dude's like, I don't even have a first baseman mitt. And Jax comes in, gives up a walk? Was it a walk or a hit? I think it was a hit. And then they sacrificed to second in the 2-2 game. Easy sacrifice bunt. And they throw it to Caminero at first, and he just drops it. It's because he never freaking played first before, like one time, once or twice. Like, why are we doing that to this young superstar? First of all, you expose him in the lineup.
You're embarrassing him too.
Yeah, and that's not cool. That's not cool. And Big O will opine on this tomorrow when he comes in. But this is not something that, oh, wow, yeah, it looks like, putting Chandler Simpson behind him, but it ain't doing the job. Cedric Mullins just isn't quite the protection we thought he would be. Really? Really? Cedric Mullins? Come on now. Cedric Mullins 2021? Sure. Long time ago. Clearly, he is not the same player. But he was cheap. Come on now. This is when you have a superstar like this, it's like a quarterback. You surround him and do everything within your power to exaggerate his superpowers. Not say, hey, he's really good, so let's put him out, hang him out in the drive. He'll hit 45 home runs anyway. It doesn't matter who's hitting behind him. Yeah, it does. Freaking baseball. He's good, but he ain't that good. Are you trying to, save Aranda by putting Junior behind him? First of all, Junior needs a bat in the first inning. 1, 2, 3. And then Aranda can be 4. Like this is, and then again, Chandler Simpson off a left-hander yesterday. Tough pitch, single to left. That dude is hitting 450? Lefties, righties, it doesn't matter. He doesn't even play every day. You got him at 5th. You got him at 7th. You got him everywhere except where he should be. First. Like, what don't you get? And like, I got to, at some point, this is on Kevin Cash. If you're not making these decisions, come out and tell me. Because this is stupid stuff. This is dumb stuff. Like this is, I don't know. I know we have 52 analytics people that we pay, but do we have to do this makes zero sense. There's no traditional baseball reasons why Chandler freaking Simpson is batting fifth, or yesterday he was behind Fortes, a catcher. He's batting behind a catcher. I know Fortes is not like, horribly slow, but still, how are you taking advantage of his remarkable speed when he's eighth in the order? At least bat him ninth. Like, what sense does that make? And it's kind of, and then Yandy's hitting the hell out of the ball. But if he's hitting in the 2-hole or the 3-hole, every time he hits a home run or gets a hit, hopefully there's people on base because those are the best people at the top of the lineup. Again, not hard. We do not have to reinvent the wheel here. Chandler Simpson hits righties. He hits lefties. He's fast. He gets on base. He disrupts the pitcher. This is not hard stuff. Burying him in the lineup makes no sense. Simpson, Yandy, Jr., Aranda. That's it. Every game. We don't have to be the smartest guy in the room and have a different lineup every freaking day. We just don't. There's times to do that. I get it. And defensively, this team is atrocious. Carson Williams, love him, but there was a hot shot in the 6th inning that got things together. That was the first one. Taylor Walls makes that play. And listen, Carson should make that play. I know it was 112 off the bat, but it's almost hit right at you, and you try to olay it. Get in front of the freaking ball. I know it's hit hard. He had time to get in front of the ball. That olay, that's little league shit. And then there was a relay from the outfield. I don't know if this was yesterday or today, where the guys, you got 2 guys stuck at second base, and the ball's in the infield, and we don't get an out on any of them. Yeah, it was yesterday. Because he double clutches. Throw the ball to third. Get him out. What are we doing? It's like the freaking Keystone Cops. Really embarrassing. That was an embarrassment clown show, that 6th inning. And Griffin Jacks, I don't know what the F you're doing, except serving up meatballs right in the middle of the plate.
Man, he looked lost.
He's
just clueless.
Yeah. So it's early. It's really, really early. And we've got some injuries. I get that. But come on, man. This is shoddy, crappy baseball. If you're the Rays, you got to be cleaner than everybody else. You can't. Milwaukee's a better team. It's a better roster. You got to play a clean game. You got to play the Rays way, the way they used to. And Kevin Cash, this is on you. Sloppy baseball is on the manager. And there's a lot of sloppy baseball. It's not just errors by physical. I mean, the 2 throwing errors yesterday by Cameron Arrow, I don't know what the hell that was. This looks like a bad little league baseball team. You're running into outs on the bases. You're getting bad jumps in the outfield. You're making errors all over the place. You can't pitch. You can't hold runners off. You can't throw guys out. It's bad freaking baseball. Bad. Come on now.
Look, I know it's only 6 games in, but you got to be a little concerned about the bullpen already, right?
Well, yeah, you sure do.
I mean, just a little bit of a sense of urgency maybe it's only 6 games. I hate to be that guy after 6 games, but.
Well, listen, you got to put, Cash has to put the guys in the positions that they were brought in here to fill. And Jack's is supposed to be your high leverage guy. But as Nikki Numbers pointed out on Monday, his high leverage numbers suck.
Yeah.
Historically. So we have 52 analytics guys and none of them saw Griffin Jack's high leverage numbers sucked when we brought him in here. We got all these analytics guys, and you don't know that if you have the fastest guy in baseball who can hit 300 from against righties and lefties, he needs to be at the top of the order. I mean, this is not analytical rocket science. If you're making these decisions, I can tell you, folks, you're overthinking it. You are really, really overthinking it. Sluggers need protection, and fast guys should be at the top of the order. You don't need to pay me to tell you that. That's 150 years of baseball. 150 years of baseball.
As I look at the pitching stats from yesterday, JP, Drew Rasmussen 5 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned.
Yeah.
8 Ks. Now he allowed the homer, obviously. 1 walk. 1.80 ERA.
Yeah.
Seymour
Really good.
comes in. 2 innings pitched. He's got a 16.88 ERA.
Well, he had the infinity ERA to start.
Yeah, the infinity, right, coming down. Jack's at 22.50 ERA. And
going up.
Englert at 18.00 ERA.
Not the numbers you're looking for.
Not to support your starters that are keeping you in games.
Yeah, Sugar Shane, awesome.
Yeah.
Rasmussen been awesome. Hell, Nick Martinez, fantastic. Even Mats was good. Yeah. Starters are the best part of your team right now. Bullpen sucks. Defense is atrocious. Base running, no good. Yeah. Those are the things that the Rays were always really good at and they paid attention to.
Right.
And now they just embarrassing. All right. Rick says it's all political, JP. Grandstanding bullshit. TBT doesn't want DeSantis looking good again. Effing politics is so dirty. Money makes people crazy. 30 pieces of silver help change history. Yes, as we go into Good Friday tomorrow.
I mean,
Money.
if you believe that really happened.
Oh, don't you go there. Don't you dare. Don't you attack my
just
Jesus.
throwing out conspiracy theories.
Don't you attack my Jesus.
Well, he's not your Jesus. He's all of our Jesuses.
Clearly not yours.
I was there. Okay, I know what happened.
Jew Jetson, where you been, dog? Realistically, when can shovels break ground and get started if all goes well? I don't even want to venture a guess at that right now where we're at, to be honest. I mean, the plan is we get a term sheet this week, hopefully, finally. We workshop it next week. Public has their say. Everybody realizes this is a great opportunity. The Bucs come in next week and say, hey, we're good. We only want $500 million. We'll take care of the rest. We love the Rays. We're all going to do this together. Kumbaya. I'm trying to be optimistic. That could completely happen. I don't want to. Seriously, that's what should happen. That's what should happen.
It should be
exactly
that easy.
That's exactly as I described. We can do it all. We can do it all. And anybody who says we can't, I say, okay, why not? Give me some numbers. And it's always, you're a jerk. You're the smartest guy in the room. You think you are. No, I'm just asking for some numbers. Tell me why. Show me why. Show me the numbers that says we can't do it all. Because I think with the Glazers' money, the Rays owners' money, public money, SITS tax, tourist tax, TIF tax, all this stuff, great opportunity, blah, blah, blah. We workshop it. Everybody sees that the economic impact is going to be good. We get the roof figured out. That's another thing. Got to figure that out. Get the roof figured out. And then the Bucs come in and say, yeah, man, we're good. We're good. In fact, we're going to use some of this, infrastructure that's going to take care of Dale Mabry. Maybe we have a flyover, or maybe we have some mass transit that helps out. All this helps the Bucs, right? And we could, we can partner in this way. That's the way it should go down. Now, it looks a little dirty and it looks a little messy right now, and there's a lot of people that are trying to tank this deal because of their own self-interest. So I think that's the way it should go down. And if it does, we could have shovels in the ground by the fourth quarter and get it done. Because the Braves built theirs in, what was it, 28 months? Basically 2.5 years.
It was less than 2.5 years, I think.
Texas did theirs in less than 3 years. So, yeah, it can be done if all goes well. Joseph Abreu says, Wostall is an idiot. You fuck up the integrity of the deal. I didn't hear him bitching when the Lightning got $350 million and never said a word about the public. Yeah, true. Yeah, it's grandstand stuff. That's, once again, a person using their own self-interest. That's not for the trying to tank the deal. I understand you, if you oppose it, but don't tank the deal and try to screw it up because you want to go show, how the sausage is made. And so that the media that doesn't want this deal can cherry pick the emails and make the Rays look bad in public. That's exactly what your plan is. We know what it is. And thankfully, all the other commissioners called you on it. You were the only dissenting vote. So get out of here with that. Alex Nunn says if Tampa fails, this will look worse than Oakland because Tampa Bay actually has everything going for it. Yeah. I mean, we know why they all left Oakland.
Yeah.
I mean, hate to say it, but
Politics.
No, it's a shithole.
Well, that's because of politics.
Yes, exactly. 100%. All right, Thomas, you're being very mean. I can't put your stuff up. I don't like insults, and so we need to rephrase your anti-Glazer comments, please. Alex Nunn said, Timmy agreed. I said this last week on the Big O Show. Imagine hosting a draft, WBC, All-Star game, and so much more. It would bring Tampa Bay billions. Yeah. And again, that's not pie in the sky. Listen, the NFL is always going to reward their stadiums, right, and their teams for building stadiums. You're going to get a Super Bowl. You're going to get the NFL draft. Yeah, why wouldn't they want to host the draft here? And to Timmy just spouted off those numbers. WBC, all that stuff. We're a tourist economy. Let's invest in that. That's our thing. We got the beautiful beaches in St. Pete, Pinellas County, downtown St. Pete, all that stuff. And then we got the Riverwalk and our sports complex, the best airport in the world, by the way. All that Tampa has to offer, Busch Gardens. You want to go over to the Mouse, you can do that too. I mean, we got a lot. Got a lot. Let's take advantage of it. TB Punk Films, Tampa Bay Punk Films, sup, says if they're going to host the NFL draft at Tampa, it's most likely going to be in the Ybor Gas Works, in my opinion.
Is that big enough?
I don't think so. I mean, we're doing stadiums now.
Yeah, that's not big enough.
But we'll include them. We'd love to include them in some of the festivities. Yeah, we don't want everything doesn't have to stay in the stadium.
No exclusion here.
No. In fact, we need to do that.
And you know who else would be included in that entire, it's a 3-day draft now, by the way. So it's 3 days there, but it's a week long, sometimes 2 weeks you can make it activities. St. Pete would be involved in some of that too.
Sure. Let's have a beach day. Yep. Have all the draft picks go out to the beach. 100%.
And recreate the Top Gun beach volleyball scene.
Hey, now you're talking. All right, it's break time. Break time. We'll come back, do a little lightning, maybe a little tiger. Anything Timmy wants to bring to the table, and your comments when we come back. As I remind you about Third Generation Plumbing and AC, they also do AC. They work with American Standard Heating and Cooling. And those folks over there will get your HVAC system in tip-top shape. They have a maintenance special, $169. They'll come out twice a year, clean your drain lines, get your fluids topped off, whatever the hell you need with your unit, and they'll make sure it's operating at its peak efficiency. American Standard Heating and Cooling at thirdgenerationplumbing.com. They are your dynamic duo for your HVAC needs. Tell them JP sent you. Back in 3. As the Rays enjoy being back in their Tropicana Field home this season that was ravaged by Hurricane Milton, Italiano Insurance wants to remind us all how important it is to be properly insured. 40% of you are underinsured. That can mean financial disaster. Let the experienced and friendly agents at Italiano shop your policies for the best price and the right coverage. Italiano saved me over $1,000 on our auto insurance last year, over $500 on our homeowners insurance. They can do the same for you. That's a grand slam. Might as well get a double play by adding flood insurance and business insurance to your portfolio. Cost less than you think, and trust me, you do not want to risk your home or personal wealth. That's a whiff. So step up to the plate and call 813-877-7799 and chat with our all-star agents at Italiano Insurance, or call our Boca Grande office at 941-964-0400. Hey, lots going on at Genesis of Tampa, selling amazing vehicles and doing great things in the community. And March is Gray Bull Rescue Military Appreciation Month. A portion of all vehicle purchases go towards a donation to Gray Bull Rescue, who recently saved dozens of Americans from the cartel violence in Mexico. A great organization. St. Patrick's Day is coming up. Wear green, buy green, save green. Wear green to Genesis of Tampa on St. Patrick's Day, March 17th, for $500 off any vehicle in stock. Buy anything green that's green in color, cars, SUVs, you get $1,000 off. Also, buy a vehicle between March 14th and 17th, and you'll be entered to win a trip to Ireland on us. How about that? Of course, Genesis vehicles are the best in class for value, technology, luxury. And there's a National Genesis Signature event going on currently to get 1.9% financing. Limitations apply. Whether it's the G70, G80, 90 sedans, or the incredible SUV lineup, take a test drive and see what everyone is talking about. It's special. Genesis of Tampa, 801 East Bears Avenue. Tell them JP sent you. Hey, the Golden Diamond Source wants to be your family jeweler, so don't wait any longer to find that one-of-a-kind perfect engagement ring for that special someone in your life. At the Golden Diamond Source, they can design anything you want personally. The Golden Diamond Source can help you trade in your old broken jewelry and use it towards a new purchase as well. And with gold prices at record high, now is the best time to do it. They only sell natural diamonds at the Golden Diamond Source, so if it's a real love, it should be a real natural diamond. Don't start your relationship with a fake diamond. Bad idea. And with the Golden Diamond Source first-time buyer program, you can learn all about the 4 C's in all the different shapes and styles. And they are able to show you a huge selection of inventory to choose from. And don't forget, 0% financing for up to 5 years. If you finance $5,000, it's only $83 a month. Make sure it's a Golden Diamond Source diamond, 3800 Almerton Road, always online at goldendiamond.com.
It's a love you give only at Golden Diamond Source.
JP here for Riveters, our new official sports bar and grill of the JP Peterson Show. And just like our show, no BS, no corporate chain feel, just amazing, authentic folks serving great comfort food in a casual atmosphere at unheard of prices. Riveters is located just south of Raymond James and Steinbrenner Field on Dale Mabry, walking distance to the park. So free parking, great place for pregame and postgame. Let's talk about fresh food. Nothing is frozen. Burgers, wings, prime rib, roasted fresh daily, never frozen. That makes a huge difference. The mahi, the salmon, also super fresh. All our sauces are original recipes made in-house. Our Warhawk chili and fully loaded potato soup is made fresh in-house. It's the best food anywhere, served by people who actually care. Riveters on Dale Mabry, just north of 275, just south of where the Bucs and Rays play. We'll see you there.
Sunshine State, where the storms roll in. Gotta keep your roof strong to never give in. From hurricane winds to that summer heat, pitch roofing's here and they're hard to beat. From shingles to metal, they got the skill, fixing up your home with a builder's thrill. When your roof's in trouble and you don't know who to call, just remember Pitch Roofing, they'll cover it all. Pitch Roofing, roofing done right, keeping you safe day and night. In the Florida sunshine or stormy skies, Pitch Roofing, roofing done right.
Let's go.
Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
Roofing done right. How can you not bop to that? That is a bopper. That is a bopper. Love the folks at Pitch Roofing. Get them over there. You know what else we love? MOR TV, your new local sports station. Get that. What, are you kidding me? That's right. MOR TV. Been working with them for a decade now. And now they're your new Rays station. They're going to host 10 live local games of the Rays, including the home opener. So if you can't get a ticket, you can watch it on MOR TV. That's like right over the air. If you got one of them bunny ears things, you can do that. But it's on all the local cable stations, whatever cable thing you have, whatever thing you have that has local stations, you have MOR TV. They're the great local independent station. Now, this weekend, we got Magic basketball because we count Magic as our home NBA team. So our home NBA team, the Magic, who are in a fight for their lives for the playoffs, been tanking lately. They won 2 of their last 10 games, but now they're 9th in the East. They were 6th not long ago. They're now 9th. They're fighting for their playoff lives. Friday night, tomorrow night at 8 o'clock is the pregame. 8:30 is when the game starts in Dallas to take on the god-awful Mavs, Timmy's Mavs.
Hey,
who have lost
careful.
13 straight home games.
About to fire our coach.
Now that's tanking. That's tanking right there. They are in the tank. So good opportunity for Desmond Bain and the boys of the Magic to get up and go and start winning to get into the playoffs. They're currently 9th, tied with the Hornets. So they gotta get every win they possibly can. So you can watch that on MOR TV. coming up tomorrow night, 8 o'clock pregame, 8:30 is go time. And on April 6th, the Rays opener against the Cubs, you can watch it on MOR TV and a bunch of other games. So, and we're going to be doing some ancillary programming with them, hopefully here in the near future. So, MOR TV, they are your new local sports station, and we love them. So, thanks for supporting the show as well. All right. And by a personal note, their longtime general manager, Pam Barber, just retired. Absolute darling of a woman. Great, tremendous community treasure. So she just retired, but John Soaps has taken over, and he also works with Wesh TV in Orlando. So it's a great. They really have local sports in mind here, and they're really looking forward to kind of getting into that. So we look forward to working with them doing that. So watch the Magic tomorrow on MOR TV. You don't need any kind of app to do that, and you can watch the Rays for their home opener coming up as well on MOR TV. There you go. Trying to make it easy for you guys. All right. The Lightning.
Real quick, JP, you know what next week is, right?
Opening week for the Rays?
Masters week.
Oh, yeah. Guess who's going to the Masters?
The greatest week in all of sports.
I will be reporting from the Masters. Actually, not from the Masters, but
I need to know what your schedule is while you're there. When
it's
you're going to
TBD.
be there.
It's TBD, bro. So here's the deal. So Monday will be you and Nikki if you can jump on with him, because I will be in the air. I'll be in the air Monday morning. I've had this trip planned for a long time. I couldn't get out of it because of I wanted to be at the Rays opener. There's a Rays 100 meeting coming up this week as well, that week as well. But I will be in Augusta because my boy Scotty Fitz got me a Masters ticket. How awesome is that? Have a friend that just gives you a Masters ticket. That's a friend. That's my man, Scotty Fitz. So me and Telfer, the boys, a lot of people from Tampa will be up there. Of course, Mr. Ridley runs that thing. And so, yeah, we're all going to be up there. I'll be there on Saturday on ground. I cannot wait. Haven't been there in forever. Oh, I didn't show this yesterday. This is my Masters. See that right there?
Oh, I thought you were going to show us your ticket.
No. That's me and Sam Snead there, by the way.
Wow.
I replaced
Wait.
that picture.
Sam who?
Sam Snead.
Never
But
heard
you
of
see
him.
what those? See my badges?
That's pretty cool.
My badges, 93, 94, 95. Yeah.
We don't need no stinking badges.
Oh, yes, you do.
You do at Augusta.
Yes, you do. Yeah, those are the greatest times of my life, being able to be in the ropes there, man. That was insane. Back in those days, you could go anywhere with that press badge, except the Champions locker room. And I did.
Yeah.
I went everywhere with my big brick cell phone, calling everybody on the freaking planet.
If he's
Because
trying to
media-
take pictures with his brick phone.
With me. They didn't have cameras back then.
I know.
But I did. I was walking behind the mowers, like up walked the whole freaking tournament. This was like on a Tuesday or something after everybody was done. And anyway, it was so fantastic. And I've been a couple times since, but it's been probably 12, 15 years since I've been there. And so much has changed. So I'm really looking forward to getting there on Saturday, on ground Saturday. Probably I'll be there Thursday, Friday, and then flying out Sunday. So so next week, I'll be in Colorado actually first. So we got to take care of some business there and do our final condo ski there. My condo we've owned for a long, long time. So our families, I don't own it, and we're selling it because my dad passed away. And so this will be the last hurrah. And we've had some great hurrahs at that place, man. Since I was in college, it's been Lordy. If them walls could talk, Lordy. Oh, so we're going there. We're going to get a little ski
safe for work.
Finally got some snow up in Breck, which is great.
Yeah.
So we got to clean out the condo, do that thing, and then fly to Augusta. Of course, I ain't flying first class. That's for damn sure. Frontier, here I come, Southwest.
Nice knowing you.
Yeah, right? If I can get through freaking TSA. So then we're going and then we'll be in Augusta. And then, so now next week, there'll be obviously stuff going on with the Rays. So I don't know if I've done tons of show. Hell, we broke the Tom Brady story from that Breckenridge condo. How about that? Wow. Did a whole show from that condo, breaking the Tom. Tom Brady story. I found out when I was on the top of the mountain, came down, said, let's do this. So
that's dedication right there.
yeah, well, yeah, it's kind of a big story. So we can do shows. I can jump in there. We got great Wi-Fi, and we'll have the 4:00 run in the background. That'll be nice. So it just kind of depending if there's big news breaking, I'm going to be on it. We'll be on it. So I guess I'd just say be prepared to do some shows next week, but I'll probably be jumping on because our time out there is 8 to 10, and the slopes don't open till 10 o'clock anyway. So
yeah,
it works. Yeah. It works kind of good. So we'll be a presence. Once again, I can't take any vacation. You know that. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try to take a little bit of time. Kind of, right?
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
The working vacation. Yeah, you're like Flo on that Progressive commercial.
Right.
You mean like when I have a minute to myself in the van between deliveries? Yeah. No, that's it. So
no,
yeah,
but man, Masters Week is my favorite week it's my favorite major. It is my favorite golf tournament, and it's not close. It's also my birthday week, which always helps that week anyway. Masters is always right around my birthday, and it's just like the most amazing week ever. If I was going to do a vacation, it would be the week of the Masters. Like every year, that's when I would do it.
Have you ever been?
No.
Wow. Do you get in the lottery every year for practice?
No, never even tried. Never even tried. So
I know a guy who's really, really involved in the golf game. Like was a PGA pro, knows everybody in the golf business. Like I know this guy. I'll introduce you to him.
I don't think he's got the connections he thinks he has, but
maybe he can.
Wait, is it Sam Snead? Talking about Sam Snead? I don't think he's with us anymore.
I think you know him.
So
check out that From the Rough podcast. He's on that thing.
That's a hack podcast, man. Bunch of morons on anything. So we may or may not be working on a broadcast possibility from the Masters.
Who? FanStream Sports?
Yeah. From the Rough.
From the Rough?
And we'll be from outside the ropes because you don't get inside the ropes with broadcast equipment. But
no.
We may be working on a cottage right on the course that we could broadcast from.
On the course?
Here. Yeah. A cottage that's on the course, yes, on the property that we may be able to broadcast from. So obviously not this year, but it's something we've been working on. So
yeah, I don't
news on that as it happens, if it happens, but we're working on it.
Yeah,
that's gonna be my greatest birthday week of like ever.
If it happens.
If it happens.
Rick says Riveters can host the NFL draft. Top 10 picks come out of the spaceship. Yeah.
Do I get to escort the top 10 picks out of the spaceship?
You're not the escort we're looking for, partner. Sorry.
I'm cheap.
I was, there's this trend on Instagram, like what this looked like in the 90s. And I'm like, and they had Tampa in the 90s, and all the strip clubs were popping. And it's a little different now.
Yep.
A little different now.
Oh, I know that. I see it on TikTok all the time. Mom, what were you like? What did you look like in the 90s or whatever? Yeah.
FSU in the 90s, I'm like, oh, dog. That place was popping. Holy hell. Rick also says Florida, California with less taxes, homeless, and human excrement on the sidewalk. Yes, indeed. Our weather isn't that good, but it's pretty damn good. This time of year, though, God, it's been so good. God, for the past 3-4 months, it has just been heaven. Lordy, every morning it's 60-something degrees. Sometimes in the 30s. It's been a little chill, but I'm like, I ain't bitching about that. Hell no, I know what's coming. It's been so beautiful. And we really have another probably month and a half, 2 months of nice mornings. It's already hot in the middle of the day, but the nice mornings are great. God, especially now by the boardwalk. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic.
That's nice.
Aviation says Bucs Rays mega complex would attract World Cup, Super Bowls, concerts, etc. I feel it is pretty simple equation: construction jobs, restaurant jobs, stadium jobs. I'm so with you on that, man. This just doesn't seem like it's a hard deal. It seems like rather obvious to me. I mean, I'm biased. My entire world revolves around sports.
Right.
I get it. And I've kind of been pitching for the Tampa Stadium, not because it's what I want. It's because it's what's best for Tampa Bay and what's best for the Rays. Like, duh. You finally not be a, poor sister franchise and stand up with our big boy pants like we should be with the top 10 market and kick ass and compete with at least, nobody's going to compete with the Dodgers and the Yankees payrolls or the Blue Jays, but just get us to freaking 150 million. I'll be happy. But Eric Neander, you got some splaining to do. You really do. I mean, I was all for trading Brown and Land, Josh Lowe. But what did you replace him with, man? Nothing. I know there's prospects. There's lots of prospects, but you could have got somebody to protect Junior Caminero, for God's sakes. Your star. That's just.
By the way, he leads the league in errors.
Yeah, of course he does. Yeah, because he's not doing anything at the plate because he's not getting any pitches. And this is totally foreseeable. And you better fix it quick. You better fucking fix it quick. Because kids, he could lose his confidence, and then he won't want to be here. Because if I'm him right now, I'm like, you throw me out there to first base. Even Cat said that they did him wrong. Then why'd you do it?
Yeah.
Like, why'd you do it?
That's a rookie manager mistake.
Yeah, I mean,
not a guy that's been in the league for that long.
Put freaking Williamson is one of the most versatile defenders in the league. And I don't he's never played first base. Neither is Caminero. If you're stuck, put Williamson over there. At least he can catch. Don't sacrifice it. And in Orestes, we'll talk about this tomorrow. But there's a culture thing here too. Latinos do not like to be embarrassed. Nobody does, but especially
very proud race of people.
Very, very, especially when it comes to the baseball. Like, you're putting him in a horrible position. He's not going to see any pitches, and you put him at someplace in the middle of it in a high leverage situation. He's 22 years old. It's like you're almost, honestly, it looks like you're trying to tank this team. Like, some of the stuff you're doing, I can make a case for, are you sabotaging this team, Eric Neander? Are you? I mean, the most obvious of moves you're not even doing. What are we doing? Then you're moving Caminero to first base and embarrassing him there. That's we can do better. Mike H says, are we ready for the next 6 months of Rays Stadium? What do we have? It's called, yeah. How's that working out for you? I don't even know what that means, Mike. Maybe I read that wrong, but I don't even know what that means. Rick says, Stu pays Brody Brazil on his super chat. Okay, Rick, I'll give, here's an assignment for you. What's his name? What's his avatar name? What's his anonymous name for Stu? There, come up with something before
B.
The show's already over. B. All right. By the way, Lightning tonight. We haven't been talking about Lightning and Penguins tonight. Hagel missed practice yesterday. I'm not sure if he's in today. Kucherov obviously played the other night. He wasn't at 100%, so I don't know what we're getting out of him tonight. Pittsburgh coming in. They've been hot. They got a new coach. The Lightning are in good position. If you haven't been paying attention, they're at 98 points. They're in good position. They're going to make the playoffs. But, we want to see something. They had a better start the other night. That was good. Couldn't finish a bunch of chances. They kind of got goalied the other night against Montreal. Dobesh was fantastic. So we'll see what happens tonight. I would like to see, obviously, them get a W, get back on the winning track. They went 6-0-2. They finally lost the game. All right. It was a 1-goal game, 2 empty netters. So against Montreal, really good team. So here's Pittsburgh. They're in the playoffs. A team we could very much see in the playoffs. So let's see how we match up tonight. I think they're healthy again, if I'm not mistaken. So puck drop tonight, 7:00, 7:07. I will be there doing our magical thing. So if you see me at the arena, I'll be walking around. Please come up and say hello. If you watch the show, I always like meeting you folks, giving you a shout out on the show. Yep. So do that. All right. Anything else? Rick says, don't forget, Tim, per ESPN, there was a black astronaut They didn't care about national pride until they could spin it racially.
I believe those are called blastronauts.
Can we just be done with the labels? Like at some point, now that's a black astronaut, the black quarterback, and the black. I mean, listening to some very smart and wonderful African American friends of mine, they don't like it. They don't like it. Can we just stop? Jiminy Christmas. All right. Thomas is being nice now. Said best case scenario is Bucs, Rays, and West Shore Business District start talking about light rail from the airport. Yeah, that's part of it. Again, the mayor mentioned that when he was here. He talked about light rail, and this could be an impetus for that. And boy, do we need that in South Tampa. Bright line and then some light rail, and God forbid we actually have light rail go over the Howard Franklin to Pinellas County and connect all the Tampa Bay. Oh, wow. Imagine that.
Never happened. You know why? Politics.
Yeah, somebody will get credit for it. We
Right.
can't have that, right? Alejandro says, Timmy, since you're our local representative from Texas, why is it that the Rangers are in the same division as the Astros? You think one would be in the AL and the NL. So why is that? Appreciate you.
Well, Astros were in the NL for 40 years before they just joined the American League in 2012, 2013. And then obviously they put them in the same division because we're 400 miles apart. But no, they were nationally. Don't forget, the Astros made a World Series in 2005 against the White Sox. So they were an NL team since their inception as the Houston Colt 45s in the early 60s. And then, MLB did their shifting. They moved the Brewers. They've moved teams between leagues to even things out after expansion and things like that. So yeah, no, they're only an American League team since like 2012, 2013, something like that.
Yeah,
That's
true. That is, and the Brewers found out yesterday. The Brewers have now been, they were American League team from 1970.
The Milwaukee Brewers were initially the Seattle Pilots in 1969.
Right. And then they moved to Milwaukee.
They moved them to Milwaukee because it was so Major League Baseball hurried them. Their stadium wasn't ready in Seattle. They weren't supposed to start the season, and then and so nothing was ready. So Major League Baseball, though, forced them to start their season in the new stadium. Nothing was ready. It put the fans out. It gave the city kind of a black eye, baseball wise. And it failed miserably after 1 year. So they immediately relocated them, and they went to Milwaukee and became the second incarnation of the Brewers.
That's good historical reference there. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. That'll do it for us here. Sorry we didn't get to all the great comments, but we really appreciate you guys jumping in, being a big part of this. If you missed anything, you can always listen back. Please like and subscribe. Our podcast, considered by Google AI, by the way, is the second most popular podcast in all of Tampa Bay. The highly funded Tampa Bay Times one, which is a good one. Our good friends, Rick and Steve. They do a great job. But we do a pretty good job as well. So listen to them and then listen to us. Yeah.
Vote for us.
Vote for us. Vote for us. And spend money with us, by the way. Support your favorite JP at the jppetersonshow.com if you're interested in advertising. Evidently, Google AI told me that I'm charging way too little, Timmy.
Yeah, I told you that ahead of time.
They said, based on I said, how much did it cost to advertise on the JP Peterson Show? And they spit out some numbers. I was like, damn, we're underselling it, Timmy. You're going to get a raise.
Will Google AI also go sell it for you, though? That's the
Well,
question.
let's just give me money.
That's
Which
the real
would be even
question.
better. Yeah. Have a great day, everybody. We will go Lightning. See you there tonight, and we'll see you here tomorrow.